Hi again, everybody. It's Dr. Klingman. I just wanted to give a little, some helpful hints or guidance on how to approach the written assignments for this course. And that is, the main thing is to follow directions and to see what the requirements are for each paper by having the rubric out in front of you when you're writing. You can have the assignment instructions from the module in Blackboard there. They're helpful. And then while you're writing, have the rubric in front of you. And you all know how to see the rubric. You can either get to it through My Grades or through the area where you would go to submit your assignment to Blackboard. So what you do is click on the View Rubric there. All right, and there you have what the rubric looks like. You can print it out. There's no obvious way from here. On my computer, which is a PC, I hit Control P and it allows me to print. I think if you have a Mac, there's another way to do it. So if anybody has a Mac and knows how to print when there's no print button, please post that to Ask the Professors so everybody can see it. You can see it this way in grid form, or you can see it this way in list form. I like the grid form because it has the descriptions. And what you want to do when you're writing your paper is literally set it up in the order the rubric is written. For the final synthesis and literature review paper, you can actually use these headings from your rubric as headings in your paper. And so what you do is you go over here and you go to the expert column and you say, okay, the background section, I introduce the problem, I provide data, I relate it to health or economic outcomes, and so on and so forth. And then you say, okay, I want to talk about the nursing context. And I should describe, here, literally just go through it. Some things can be, you can elaborate on in several paragraphs. Some points might only take 1 or 2 sentences, but you need to address all of the issues that are laid out here in the expert column of the rubric if you want to maximize your points for the assignments. And I think you'll see if you read your paper after you've done it, that it comes out to be a pretty nice paper. So here we go. In the practice content, you related it to practice settings. A lot of you talked about your own practices, which is great. That's kind of tricky because in scholarly writing, usually first person is not used for writing. You normally provide some examples from the literature and cite. So if that's the best way to do it, find examples from the literature. If you really can't find anything and you feel a strong need that you want to talk about your own practice setting, email me so we can talk about strategies for that. I'll probably guide you to the literature, but you know, we can certainly talk about it. And then here's the clinical question and the purpose statement, and you'll see here in the rubric, I got that in the rubric. I'm having trouble spacing this in the rubric. For the purpose statement, it says, around here. Okay. Smoothly transitions to describing the purpose of the paper. The wording is a statement, and it describes a literature review. So it should say the purpose of the paper is to do a literature review, and it's clear and concise. So the purpose of the paper is to search the literature for ways to measure insomnia in geriatric population, something like that. None of you had that question. I just made that up. Okay. So all of your papers will have the same last two areas, APA formatting and writing style. You'll get better at these as the semester goes on. I give a lot of detail early on. Try to be forgiving early on so we can use it as teaching opportunity. But as the semester wears on, especially if you keep making the same mistakes again, you know, I'll start to take off more points. But view these as gimmies, especially the APA formatting. You know, you should get an easy 9 or 10 points anyway on APA formatting. It's an expectation in the whole program, so it's good to learn it now. You can make yourself a template if you want. Download the sample paper from the OWL at Purdue, whatever you need to make sure you're doing the formatting correctly. There is the writing lab that you can also use. Okay, so please have the rubric in front of you. review how the papers are supposed to be organized and what should be contained in each section. If you have any questions, please email me. We can always video conference, or we can go back and forth by email. Okay, thank you.